Hi my beauties and welcome back. Let me not waste any time and jump straight to this DIY. Alright, so I did end up going to Dollar Tree and picking these acrylic frames, and I will be removing the plastic and the paper and wiping it down with some alcohol later on in the video. But first of all, I'm starting off by applying some paint to the back of the frame, and I will be using this mocha color that you can get at Walmart. And at first, this is how I left it, just simple. I did one coat. And for the other one, I also used the mocha color tone with a light pink and mixed those together on top of the frame on the back of it, as you can see here, and did the same exact thing that I did with the first one, painting it over. And I did let these dry overnight. I wasn't in a rush, and when I came back the next morning, I noticed that they had a division in between the back, as you can see here. I don't know if you can see it. It was bugging me, so I had to fix it. So I got my hot glue gun, I got my heat gun, and I started warming up the top of the photo frame to get it to loosen up. That way I could bend it a little bit to open the back. That way it could give me some space to paint. And I just did that a couple times until I was satisfied and was able to open it to the point where I could paint the inside of it. And it was a struggle, I'm not going to lie. But if you have the patience and the time, then this will turn out so pretty at the end. But I just simply went in and started painting it. And I wasn't rushing. I just took my time trying to get it fully coated. And I believe I did 2 coats for the paint. And so once that was done, I did end up doing it to both of them. This is how they looked, and they looked way better once I was able to paint it from the inside. And I will say, use a smaller brush to get in there. That helped me. Another alternative is if you have these heat tools, you can also remove the back of the frame with the heat tool, the heat knife, and I will be linking this down in the description box if anyone is interested. Alright guys, and like I said, I did go in with some alcohol wipes, clean the surface, and I am prepping it. And I do want to mention, I did collab with this brand named Hiipoo. They sent me these Waterslide Decals. This is an alternative for people that don't have a CRICUT at home, and it's another way to help you achieve those fun projects with the fancy fonts and designs. And you just simply have to print out your design on CRICUT or Word. And before I forget to mention, you do need a inkjet printer. Make sure it is a inkjet printer, nothing fancy, when using this water slide paper. And spray paint it with some gloss adhesive spray 3 times, fully coated. And as you can see here, I already had mine ready to go. I just had to cut them out and submerge them in water for a couple seconds until I noticed the decal starting to slide off the paper. You will also need a squeegee or a silicone brush, a makeup silicone brush. And so for this, I just ended up wetting. You do want to wet your surface before you apply your design. That way you can move it, and you want to make sure you adjust it before you start removing the water and squeegeeing it out. And you want to do this slow and take your time and just be gentle. And I will also say, make sure you spray it 3 times, guys, or else the ink will start rubbing off. So yes, keep that in mind. But other than that, like I said, I was just removing the water off the edges, making sure all the water was removed with my little squeegee. And this one was from a phone kit that I had, and it came in handy for this project. And if you are wondering, the little coffee, I did get it from Google. I just Googled, I believe, Starbucks coffee clip art, and this popped up. And I did design this on my CRICUT Studio, but I know you can also design it on Word. And I ended up doing 2 different designs for this brand just to test it out. And this was my other design. Alright guys, and for the second one, I did the same exact thing. Just submerged it in water, added some water to the frame before I applied it. You want to slowly slide it off and start squeegeeing out that water from underneath the surface. And take your time when you are squeegeeing and trying to smooth it out. But other than that, this is a very beginner friendly DIY. I thought it was super easy. I was totally happy and satisfied with how my DIY turned out. These would look so cute in a craft room, guys, or to gift to a friend, or in your little office station at work. But like I said before, this is another alternative if you don't have a CRICUT and you do like to print out these cool fonts with some pretty designs. This is another way to go, and like I said, it was super beginner friendly. I highly recommend. I was satisfied and happy with how this DIY turned out. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about it, what ideas you have if you end up doing this DIY. Don't forget to tag me on my Instagram, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That way you can stay up to date with further videos. And until next time, guys.